Welcome! This video is for multi-store users and will show you how to transfer parts during purchase order edit from one store to another rather than ordering merchandise that may be sitting in another store. Typically, the inventory redistribution function is used before creating a purchase order in order to transfer merchandise between company stores. So, for example, one store's overstock can fulfill another store's understock. However, this feature lets you easily transfer parts between company stores one part at a time while editing an order or at point of sale or from the order cost screen, because in some instances it might be easier to just transfer a part as you see it. So before we look at how to transfer parts while reviewing orders, let's first look at two setups that affect the outcome. So from the Controls System Purchase Setup screen, a field named Default PO Method lets you select the stocking level that you want to see on the transfer parts screen. So select the stocking method to use. And the same field is on the System General Setup screen under Report Options, so changing the value in one field changes it in both. And another setup, Prompt to Break Transfer Packs, is used to let you know if you're not transferring full pack quantities, so leave it unchecked if you're okay with transferring partial packs, but we'll see more about how this works in a bit. Okay. Now we'll go to the PO detail screen, and I have a multi-store PO already created. So let's open it, and as we're editing the order quantities, if there's a part where one store is overstocked and another understocked, right-click and select Transfer Parts. If access is grayed out, then go to the System Security Setup screen because access is controlled by a proc under the purchasing group named Transfer Parts Pop-Up that defaults to View Only when you upgrade to the 57 release. So change it to Allow Edit and then log out and back in, and the feature should be enabled. If the multi-store PO type on the Store General Setup screen was set to Distributed when the multi-store PO was created, so that double-clicking the order quantity field opens the Edit Purchase Order window, then the Transfer Parts button can be clicked from there. And before we get into how to do the transfer, there are two more places where the Transfer Parts functionality is available. One is the Order Cost screen. With the part displayed, click the Transfer Parts button. And the same functionality is available from the invoicing screen. So sell a part and right-click in the invoicing grid. Select Quantity Available in All Stores and click the Transfer Parts button. Okay, now let's open the pop-up and make a transfer. All stores that have the part display in numerical order from the lowest to the highest store number in the grid. If the part is non-SKU or not in file in a store, that store will not display. The grid also displays the quantity available and the stocking level based on the stocking level switch on the System Purchasing Setup screen to display the stocking level fields. The grid also displays on order, inbound, per car, and current year-to-date and last year-to-date part histories. Sales class and the last 12 history periods beginning with the prior month also display using the scroll bar. The overstock field is calculated based on the stocking level switch. So when overstock is a positive value, it displays in a red font as a visual indicator, and when it's 0 or negative, it's in black. So if the stocking level is set to max, overstock is calculated as available quantity minus max. And if it's set to min, it's calculated as available quantity minus min. Min-max shows it as available quantity minus max. And for order point, it's available quantity minus order point. And min-max order point shows it the same way, available quantity minus order point. If the transfer parts window opens from the Edit Purchase Order pop-up or a multi-store purchase order, a flag called Reduce Order Quantity by Transfer Quantity is used to either reduce the order quantity from the PO by the transfer quantity, or if unchecked, to order the calculated order quantity. So select the To and the From locations and the order quantity to transmit, and click the Transfer Parts button. And if the Prompt to Break Transfer Packs flag was checked and the transfer quantity is not a full pack, the system will prompt that a pack will be broken. So click Yes to transfer and No to abort the transfer. And the system will create the transfer PO and prompt that it's successful. And the overstock and the quantity available in the From store are reduced by the transfer quantity. And since a transfer is one store at a time, the location from, location to, and transfer quantity clears, so another transfer can be done for that part if needed. And the created PO will have a method of write-in and the source of transfer. And the system will transmit the PO from the location to store and will receive the PO in the location from store, and will create a sales order in the location from store according to existing transfer rules using the transfer accounts process received order setting. And all other transfer account functionality is used to receive the PO and print the invoice. So that's it for transferring parts. And if you have questions, please check F1 Help or contact your support representative for assistance. And thanks for joining us.